We got reports of a complicated explosive device at your location.
How complicated are we talking?
It's Code 52.
Code 52? That's practically suicide! I'm not wasting my best men on him!
Reporting for duty, sir. Captain. Sir Captain.
Roger that. I'm sending someone in. Hey, rookie, you ready for your first assignment?
Oh, crap.
Mission control? I have a highly irregular explosive I could use a hand with. Does anybody copy?
Hey pal, what's up?
Hi. I've got a bomb here to defuse, but they never covered whatever kind this is.
Just stay cool, champ. You're in good hands, I promise. I'll be with you every step of the way. We'll get you out of there safely. Deal?
Deal.
Walk me through the basics. Give me everything you got. Is it angular, rectangular? We only got one shot.
It's a metal-plated box, 60 centimeters long.
Kid, the devil's in the details, so don't get the details wrong.
There's a timer in the center and 3 buttons to the right, labeled Echo Bravo Tango with a tiny amber light.
If the Bravo's in the middle and the Tango's to the port, hold down Echo 7 seconds and then give me a report.
Something is wrong and the bomb's still ticking.
Seems to me like the plot has thickened.
Mission control, I could use a code.
Just keep talking and no one will explode.
Thanks for the encouragement.
We're dealing with the boomer here, kid. You want to die playing pretend or keeping it real?
I don't want to die, period.
Great, kid. Keep that optimism.
There are 30-something digits on the back of power node. Add them all to pi and multiply by 4 to find your code. If the power node is yellow, put the code in reverse. Once we finally find the override, I'll try to keep it terse. Reach inside the side compartment, pull the lever, vent the vapor, then fill out the crossword puzzle on page 5 of Sunday's paper. Once you finish, you'll initiate a reset protocol in the form of a Sudoku puzzle that you'll need to solve.
Copy that, but the puzzle's blocked by a capture code and it's combo locked.
Sounds like we're playing on expert mode, so just keep talking and no one will explode.
Now listen carefully. One mistake and I'll be talking to myself. I need you to yank the battery.
What battery?
You're kidding. Guess we're doing this the hard way.
There's an image in the corner. Cross your eyes and hold it near. If you back away and focus, something 3D should appear.
It's an alligator?
Try again.
A dolphin?
Come on, kid, focus.
Santa with a trombone?
Sure, we'll go with that. Now open up the lower tray and take the scrap of letters, because you'll need to spell a word with them that's 50 points or better. Once you have the panel open, do the Rubik's Cube inside. Better move a little quicker or I'll tell them all you died.
I've uncovered several wires colored purple, red, and yellow.
If the yellow's in the middle, kill off Rap and Donatello. But if 2 are slightly salmon or the yellow's kind of green, snip whichever wire's higher and the wires in between.
What?
You know, actually just cut them.
All of them.
That's right.
Captain to command, I'd like to report an officer down in exactly 3, 2...
Hey, Captain.
What are you doing here?
Got your bomb for you.
No way! This is supposed to be a Code 50 friggin' 2! Not even our best agents can disarm these! No way, I can't believe this! Just garbage. Captain to command, I've got a Code 52 that's just come alive. Repeat, a Code 52 and I can use some help disarming it.
I'm gonna break for lunch. You wanna get this one for me?
Is anyone there?
Somebody needs to pick up or I'm gonna explode.
No hablo español?
Hey, everybody! Hello, people! This guy's trying to be a hot shot.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, we can't even see the bad
Oh, I'm too tall. Well, just take my word for it. I didn't make any of those. Hey, everybody. How you doing today? I was gonna say if I bend down. No.
Oh,
No, you're even worse than I am. You're worse than I am.
Hey!
did that go in?
I think it did.
What?
I don't know. We'll,
No way.
we'll watch the replay on that one. Anyway,
Welcome to our new comment stream for the month of September. It's kind of late in the month, actually.
It is.
Usually we do this sooner.
We've been busy.
Busy? Busy? Eyebrow busy.
Eyebrow busy.
Oh no, not eyebrow busy.
we got our eyebrows threaded.
Yikes. Yes, we've been working on musical, and we kind of got lost track of time, and we are still working on musical. In fact, I'm looking at something we have to shoot later, just past camera. So, yeah, we've got some setups that need more pickups for Friday's musical. This thing is rattling. You hear this? I need to stop shaking it. It's annoying. Sorry. Like everything I do, really. So, if you've never been to one of our comments live streams before, you guys chose this musical to do the comments live stream from. We gave you options, like 4 of them.
We gave 4 options, and overwhelmingly, you guys were like, this one. It had like 66% of the vote or something like that.
We knew you guys liked this one. Given it did win the ARIA Awards?
It won some ARIA Awards.
It won a good chunk of them, but it couldn't beat Web of Flies.
Oh, that's right. It did better than expected. Either way, it's always a contender in the Battle Royale as well, so we weren't that surprised.
No.
So, we've pulled 10 of our favorite comments, plus an 11th one, because of just like that bonus round kind of feel. And we're going to go through them. We're going to respond to some of these comments live here on a live stream. But since it's live here on a live stream, we also want you guys to send us some of your questions about Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes the musical as well, right here on the spot.
There's already some.
You already seen them.
That
Good.
I know were in the comments a bunch, but we didn't actually pull because they weren't the entertaining ones. But there were tons of these, so I'm earmarking a bunch of things in the chat right now that we're gonna answer.
Good. I mean, we could switch it up and we could start with one of theirs.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to do that? Would you guys like to do that? If you've got one in mind, if not, that's okay too. I'm gonna keep my glass on because the light is bright over here.
I lost who
Plus
said
I
it,
look
so give me
cool.
1 second.
Do I look cool, Nate?
You never look cool.
Oh, not as cool as Kevin looks. That's for sure.
No.
Harrison Kelly Pacino wanted to know what was the 3D object on the bomb. Which I feel like, as I was scrolling through the comments yesterday, pulling comments, there was like so many different suggestions of like,
guesses?
It's a house key, it's a elephant, it's, I think somebody said Rick Astley once, and I was like,
Yeah, I saw
how
that
is
one
it
too.
Rick Astley? What?
Are you just trying to rickroll me here in text?
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not actually sure how well you could do trying to get it because I found this on the internet, I printed it on our printer, and then you guys are watching a filmed version of our printer printed thing. So
it's Saturn.
it is Saturn.
It's like a terrible game of telephone.
I had
So
to
it's
turn it the other way because my eyes just weren't seeing it the one way. So
Yeah.
like this way.
Okay, so it's the
It's
planet
missing half of
Saturn.
its ring.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, it's
But
cut
it's
off. So we had to
Saturn.
fit it.
Yeah.
There you go. So if you
So-
guessed that it was the planet Saturn, you were correct.
Which I feel like the house key one was the closest that I saw to getting it correctly. Because I could totally see how, like, if you saw the round part of Saturn and then, like, one of the rings coming off it, you might be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a key.
Yeah, right, like the ring at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That was a good question. I'm glad we finally cleared that up. Probably some people are losing sleep over the fact they couldn't quite figure out what they were looking at in that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to jump into our 10th comment here. 10. And they scale upwards. So this is our first of them. It's from Soul. I could listen to the man giving instructions talk all day. His voice is so satisfying. Isn't it, though?
It really is.
It's fantastic. Like, you could just put him on loop and go to bed at night and, like, let Kevin just, like... He needs to do an audiobook.
Kevin could be the
There
kind
it
of
is.
person that would be like doing the voiceover at like a spa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
It's like,
Yeah.
you feel the waves crashing over you.
Kevin is the actor playing Agent Hotshot, who is the guy everybody's so in love with in this video, helping Rookie figure out how to defuse this bomb. There's a follow-up comment I also pulled, or somebody else. You pulled it, I guess. Cherry Star left a comment that I feel like is part of the same like vein, so I grouped them together as number 10. Can't find his name. It's Kevin. But the actor playing the diffusal guy, I think I mistyped that. His name is Kevin. Kevin is brilliant. Such a cool voice. Such great acting. Really nailed everything about this song. Gwen is fantastic, as always, too. As always. But this guy was awesome. Another amazing job, Ari. Yeah, Kevin is fantastic as an actor. He's got a fantastic voice, a singing voice, a talking voice. He's so smooth.
He is. He's effortlessly cool,
Yeah.
which I think is actually a really hard thing to pull off because I feel like sometimes when you try to be cool, you're like, it comes off as like
cringy.
posturing
You're
or
trying
too
too hard.
much or like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, nah, I'm just here and I'm chill.
Yeah,
and I'm
take
cool.
it or leave it. I know I'm cool. Yeah, the phrase smooth operator, that's Kevin in a nutshell. By the
Yeah.
way, if you guys like Kevin, you should stay tuned to Random Encounters. This Friday, there's a musical coming out. You might see Kevin in it.
What?
You might see Kevin in it. I'm just saying. Make sure you're subscribed. Keep track. The premiere starts at noon on Friday.
Number 9 from Link Josie 878. play the whole song in 1.25 speed, and it's an Eminem song.
Oh, I was gonna actually like set this up. I was gonna download the song and speed it up that much so that we could actually play it right here. I didn't do it
As
though.
an Eminem song?
Yeah, I was like, let's groove onto an Eminem song, and I forgot to do that. After I saw that comment, I was like, I need to remember to do that before the live
Can I
stream.
just like load it?
You could. You guys can go actually try that yourselves. It's very easy to do. It's fun to take random encounter songs and play them back at different speeds now that YouTube offers that.
I feel like
Try it.
especially the faster songs, when you speed them up even more, it's like this one, honestly, as I was listening to it at the beginning of the stream, I was like, oh, it's not that fast. And then I was like, oh no, I remember trying to sing this one. Hang on.
It moves quick.
It's got tongue twisters, I think, is the big problem, which I think Eminem does sometimes too, which is probably part of why you're thinking that. And it's rough trying to get your mouth around that many words in that little space.
Yeah, we're not really a rap channel, so like it wouldn't be that hard if we, pulled the Stipendium
That's true.
or
Oh my
some
gosh,
of those people.
he'd just eat this.
Yeah, right? Like he's like, ha ha ha. You think that's difficult? Listen to this, and then he does like a flow that goes on for like 60 seconds. That's like the same word, just with different inflections on it for 60 straight seconds.
All right, new goal. Try and trick Greg.
You
into
can't do
doing
it.
this
You can't
one.
do it. This? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you just meant trick him in general. I'm like, you can't. There is no language he can't do in like a pace like that. He can do anything.
He's
Yeah.
amazingly
This is
talented.
like our live stream. We're just gush about other people, I guess.
Well, you know what? Most of the people that we work with are very gush-worthy.
They're
so...
very cool. Yeah, it's true. This would have been a fun one, you're right, though, to hear Greg do as well from the Stipendium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, you get to read number 8.
Number 8 from Spooky Meme Man. It's finally your season again. Good job. The best part is how confidently she says, Sir Captain.
Sir Captain.
Sir Captain.
Right?
I was trying to remember how we even came up with that, because I know we came up with it on set when we were filming, and I was like, I didn't mess up. That you just said that was like a funny joke thing, and we ran with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think what we had was we questioned whether you should call him boss or like sir, sergeant, captain, like what we should go with. And at some point,
Sir and Captain were squished too close together, and it sounded like somebody had said Sir Captain, and that sounds right.
Yeah, I feel like that did just organically come out of trying to figure out what on earth to call this guy who's like your supervisor, but you're like new on the force and he's kind of a jerk. So you're like, I don't even know. Like,
that's his canon name in my mind.
Sir Captain?
That character's name is Sir Captain.
I don't even.
I like it.
I don't even know though. Like that's his first and his last name.
No, like so if he was knighted and his last name was Captain, Sir Captain.
I don't think he was. I'm imagining that it makes more sense if he's like.
You don't think I was knighted?
Sergeant Sir Captain or something like that. Captain Sir Captain. I don't know. We'll let you guys decide down in the chat what you think. If his first name is Sir, if he's been knighted, if I don't know. I don't know. Can't figure out what his actual name is. I'll accept anything though.
I heard his name was Nate.
His name is Nate. Throw one of these in. I missed it when I was looking at it, so now you know how hard this actually was. Yeah, it's so hard.
Even if she makes it,
we
you're
went
not gonna
on
see
and
it.
on. I even made a post on social media. The cat used to collect all the paper balls while we were filming it. Oh, you're gonna try to.
I don't know. Even if it goes in, I won't be able to see it.
Yeah. What I need to do is I need to
no.
like take my chair away, and I just need to
This is
hover
weird.
like this.
This is weird.
There you go.
Sure.
This is horrifying.
There you go. Now we
Ouch!
can Okay, so anyway, we've got comments in the chat as well to read.
We sure do.
Hey, some of these have Patreon names on them, by the way. Or they did. I think we threw them all.
Were there any original plans for casting in this musical that didn't work out?
Yes. Thank you for asking. Who asked that question?
Sorry. Where did I just see that?
Which of you asked that question? I need to know.
Bella the Gamer.
Who did it?
Bella the Gamer. I'm just going to stand today because I want to be able to play basketball. Bella, that's a good question. We actually compared several people, and like I need to confess right up front, there was a point where I don't remember if you just called me out on it, but the fact was I had not considered a woman in this musical like at all to start with, because I just thought Bomb Squad, they're always dudes. They always look a certain way. They always have like a certain swagger. So I had not even really considered it until Gwen kind of made a mention.
Yep.
And then I went, you're right. I really didn't think about having a woman in either of those roles. But there's no reason you couldn't have a woman in either of those roles. Like, they are very just neutral parts. So after we talked about that, we considered, and I think we even brought it up or asked.
We did.
Both John Morales, who plays Edgeworth in the Phoenix Wright musical, and Sans in our Fates of Undertale musical. We asked him if he would play the Rookie potentially. And we also approached Angie Viper, who plays Princess Peach, and Susie in our Deltarune musical, which is a couple years old now. But we asked her if she would consider playing Agent Hotshot. So we almost had a gender swapped version of this, where the Rookie was this kind of unassuming, guy who's new on the job and was scared of messing something up. And we almost had a woman who was very like tough and intimidating, but also like really smooth and fast talking and flippant, just throwing out these like instructions while he's like, oh, how do I do that? I don't even know where do I even find that? I'm like, oh, it's on the back. It's not on the back. Oh, it's probably on the other side. If it's not on the other side, then it's probably the battery. Take out the battery. You find the whatever. It's like, that's the dynamic we almost ended up with instead. And scheduling and stuff just didn't work out. So
it didn't. We accidentally asked Angie to do it right in the middle of cosplay competition. And she was like, oh yeah, that'd be fun, and then found out when the date was, and it was like, oh no, I can't make that work. So I feel like that's actually, in terms of weird random encounters alternate casts, that is one that lives in my head, that I'm like, if that had happened, like, it would have been an entirely different version of the song. And I love this one. I think Kevin does an amazing job.
I wouldn't want to sacrifice what we ended up with. You and Kevin have an amazing chemistry. You won an award for that, didn't you? You guys won like a best duo award in musicals. Yeah.
But like, it just would have been a different tone and a different like juiciness if it had been Angie and John.
Yeah.
And I would love in an alternate reality to have seen that.
Equally fun. If somebody does that, by the way, at a convention or something like a masquerade for a convention or a cosplay contest, take a video of it. Send it to us on social media or email or something like that, because it's completely doable, and you guys could like gender swap them. You could have two of the same, or whatever. You could make your own version of that, and it would be really cool no matter who you have playing these roles, I feel like. So definitely send us if you've ever done that or ever decide to do that.
Rebecca Scowcraft wants to know if there was a particular line that Gwen and Kevin kept tripping up on since the singing is so fast-paced. I remember being on set and Kevin trying so hard to get the Sunday paper vent the vapor rhyme correct. He kept like flipping the words, he kept like merging them, he kept like doing really random things, and I just had this like very clear memory of like playback's been paused, we're not filming, and he's just sitting in his chair chanting to himself, trying to say it correctly.
Yeah, he did, and he was so dismayed anytime he got toward the end. And then just like fumbled it. Yeah. Same thing with the snip whichever wires higher and the wires in between. Yeah, he gets that every time.
I feel like when we were recording, like doing the vocals, it was actually super easy, because of course you're literally just reading it in front of you and it feels fine. It's when you're having to remember it while doing actions.
When you're trying to do a bottle flip while you're doing whichever wire is higher and the wires in between. It's so much more difficult.
Which I feel like you can watch in the bloopers. You can see some of the slip-ups and some of all the, trying to get your hands to do this while your mouth does that. It's all a thing.
Yeah, you think it's hard just to sing it. Then you try to do those like extra things in the right timing, and it's a nightmare. By the way, Kevin Orfield, I'm slam dunking you in this one. Boom! There.
I was waiting for him to miss.
No, I can't miss when that goes up.
Monica wants to know, how did Sir Captain know exactly how much time was left if he had not been the one to set it?
Yeah, for real.
How much time was left?
How did you know that?
You were literally at the end being like 3, 2,
you counted down, the bomb blowing up. How did you know?
Maybe I know that a code 52 is always a bomb that has that much of a time limit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know people found that unlikely, but I believe that's the case. He could have also been like, I guess we see him get the entire phone or the radio call. So I guess they shouldn't have told him unless like they radio him back after, because there's like 3 minutes we don't see him for while she's diffusing it. So there could have been a report where he asked more information about it as well. If you won't accept that a code 52 is always a bomb of certain specs and a certain time limit.
Which means somebody else on the force reported that bomb and then left.
Yeah, right. They're like, I'm not doing it. It's a code 52.
Oh, 3 minutes, bye.
I'm not doing that. Hey! I hope you guys got that.
We're going to go back to these questions, except real quick, because this is going to be like 2 seconds to answer. Awesome Destroyer wants to know, how many times did it take to make the Card Castle Tower thing? It took no times. One time,
You cheated?
I taped it together.
It was artificial.
It's not the only.
True.
It was.
It's not the only cool thing Kevin did that was artificial.
I feel like there was like 2 cards that I left loose that Kevin like put right there.
Yeah.
And everything else was literally taped together as many different ways as I could without you seeing it. So.
There you go.
Not a big deal.
You could have picked up that card tower and tossed it, and it would have stayed together.
Did we have I feel like we had a blooper or something where it literally got knocked off the desk but all stayed together. We were like, no.
No one's going to believe that. Yeah, just enough for him to manipulate a little, but we did not want it to come apart while filming. Have to fix the, continuity.
Yeah.
What are we on to? Number 7?
Yeah.
I got number 7. Pink Panther Kips. Am I the only one that found it funny how in the span of 3 minutes, the guy at Mission Control read through a magazine, ate a pudding cup, flipped a bottle, filed his nails, performed card tricks, drew a picture of the girl blowing up, and built a house of cards 4 arches tall? He's so relaxed that it's funny. That's a lot to do in 3 minutes.
It is. Honestly, I can't even eat a pudding cup in 3 minutes. So, like...
I'm like, I can't build a 4-arch tall card tower in 4 hours, so... Yeah.
I feel like this was actually one of our favorite parts of planning this musical, and I say AJ was gleefully coming up with things that he could be doing while he was rattling off all these lines. And he's just like, I want him to be doing something in every single shot, even if it
Not the
doesn't...
same thing.
Not the same thing. New things. Every single shot. Every time we look back at him, he's come up with some new game to play with himself. And until you laughed, that was going to be okay.
It'll never be. I will never let it be okay. Let's talk really quickly. Something you're reminding me though. Did we have some rejected gags where we said like, "Oh, it'd be funny if he was doing," and then we didn't actually put them in?
We must have.
Like, I'll tell you this: he has a copy of Minesweeper booted up on his computer.
He does.
And we didn't get any good shots of him like playing Minesweeper. We're like, that would be kind of funny if he was doing that. I think we might have discussed him watching a YouTube video on his phone and like picking out some other YouTube channel we thought would be a fun reference, and we didn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if there were other like silly pastimes or something. Maybe doing yoga. I feel like there was some sort of a fitness or exercise thing.
Yeah, I think there was.
Like,
I think it was yoga. And I'm pretty sure we brought it up to Kevin, and he was like, I don't do yoga.
He might now. I feel like he's gotten more in shape, so now he might
has.
actually. But yeah, at the time he was really like, he was very honest about like, I get winded too easily, and I have no balance and things like that.
I think part of it was also he was wearing jeans. No one does yoga in jeans.
That's true.
It's hard mode.
Agent Hotshot can. He can do anything if he puts his mind to
All right.
it.
Agent Hotshot, the new Chuck Norris.
I think this should be a new challenge, by the way. There should be a Keep Talking Nobody Explodes challenge where you have to do all those things in 3 minutes.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Wow! I was
you
so bad.
missed.
Alrighty. Number 6 from Nicholas Trabugo. This could be a TV show. The adorably awkward rookie who always pulls through in the end. The strict, aggressive boss who gets a taste of his own medicine. The super chill bomb squad guy who manages to stay calm while staying cool. And the beard, the oddball employee who no one understands but somehow is able to keep his job.
Right? That really is like a sitcom you just described.
I would watch this show. I would.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't think that was our goal setting out, but since we finished the musical, now it's like you could do that.
Yes.
You could do a second one or a third one potentially with these same characters, and they would be fun to have there again.
It's true.
I think the implication is that the boss is probably dead.
The beard was not helping him very much, it seemed like. So
But this is a perfect time to bring up... Wait, is that later?
there is a comment later.
About the thing?
Maybe? Take a look.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Look
but
through
sure,
these comments. Yeah, maybe
The
you're talking about
thing,
something different.
about the thing.
The thing.
No.
There is no thing. All right.
Right? Am I crazy?
I don't know
You've
what we're
read those
talking
ones.
about. I don't know what we're talking about.
So people were asking... Sorry.
I'm
Now
like, what
this
are we
is funny.
talking about? Why is this so
People in the
cryptic?
chat and people in the comments before were asking how in the world, if the way to defuse the bomb was to cut all the wires, did it suddenly turn back on by just flipping a switch? You would have had to rewire the bomb. So, is it at all possible that Rookie was in fact trying to do an Uno reverse card and she defused the bomb, then rewired the bomb and handed it back to him?
Yikes. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
You should lose your job, probably.
He literally was like, I don't want to lose any of my best men. Ooh, I can lose her.
Well, you signed up for this kind of experience.
He took the person with the least experience and threw them into the most difficult objective.
It put them in an unwinnable situation.
Yes. Wouldn't it have been better to, I don't know, try to contain the bomb, like do one of those, like put the metal pot over it and watch it explode? We can't question Sir
Captain here. He has years.
I don't think you
of
can just put a
experience.
metal pot over a bomb.
He's a seasoned veteran. He made the right call, obviously, because it worked.
It is time for a poll in the chat. We are going to ask, who is the bigger villain, Sir Captain or the Rookie?
What? Oh, you're assuming that the Rookie, again, is rewired the bomb.
Yes, assuming.
I don't think that's what happened, FYI. I think that's a fun headcanon, but I do not think she reassembled the bomb. I think that one of the mechanisms got interrupted by clipping the wires. For example, I guess it doesn't make sense. Not my example. But I was like, if the wires only went to, say, the timer on the bomb. So the bomb was still armed, and yet it couldn't finalize, like, ticking down now because, like, the wire's been snipped. That kind of a thing. Obviously, the timer continues going back down, so he finds a bypass or something. But the idea is, like, she hasn't just completely disabled the bomb. She's only, like...
delayed it.
Yeah, or basically indefinitely stopped it unless somebody, you know, circumvents the wire cutting mechanism that she just used. Which is what I think, does. There's a moral here. Don't turn levers on bombs willy-nilly back to whatever you feel like. Leave them alone.
Well, I just have to say that even if she had rewired the bomb,
okay,
our lovely members in the chat, 82% of them think that he's the villain.
No.
Even if.
Lovely members.
You guys get a second one for that. My artistic vision. That's fine. That's fine. Y'all think what you want.
To be fair,
I told you what I thought.
My girl Scarlet Feisty voted for Rookie, she says, because she's just too savage.
I mean, that would be pretty savage to be like, I've defused the bomb, and I'm going to reactivate the bomb. Like, now you are the terrorist.
It's true. It's true.
So, it's kind of severe. File a complaint with HR about your supervisor. Don't send them a bomb.
That's good advice.
But who left the bomb to begin with?
I mean, everyone's theory was Sir Captain.
They did say that because he knew the timing. But
I
like
suppose.
I said,
there's a wanted poster in the background for Biffalo Bub.
There is a wanted poster for Biffalo Bub.
Maybe Biffalo Bub.
I just slipped this big old bomb. It's got Scrabble board down here. Crossword. No one. I can't figure those things out. Nobody can solve this bomb.
That's what's going on there.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
What are we on to?
5.
Number 5.
From Cute Mittens Official. I need some help here. I listened to this song once. I told myself I'll look for another song to listen to, and I just get dragged back to this song. I memorized the words, sang along with it 20 times, did it without the music. I will never be bored of this song. That's one of our favorite things to hear. Just always.
Not that people try to leave, but that they come back afterwards anyway.
AJ makes it like a point of pride to make like the song super catchy. If nothing else, he wants to give you a catchy, fun song. And so hearing that you get lured back over and over because it gets stuck in your head because you need to memorize the lyrics because you want to know it. That's great, and we love that.
Yeah. I like to think our musicals are like saltine crackers. Like, you don't really just stop after you have one. Somehow you just kind of eat the whole package without realizing you're doing it. It's more like Oreos, I suppose.
I think this is
I don't know.
I did that with...
Pringles?
Pringles,
I
Pringles do that? Okay, that's fair. I don't know. Saltine crackers were my thing, okay?
Once you pop, you can't
My family
stop.
was poor, all right? Saltine crackers are like Oreos. Like, if you put some water in the middle of 2 saltine crackers, it's like a wet Oreo with no chocolate or filling. Ew.
Yikes.
They weren't that poor.
Oh,
But I did eat a lot of saltine crackers.
He did.
Yeah. And I eat them like that. So I'm glad you guys also eat our musicals like that, where it's hard sometimes to stop after watching one of them. They kind of... I do this with Wikipedia as well. In fact, we just donated to Wikipedia today because they have a fundraiser going on all the time, it seems like.
Always.
I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Wikipedia is one of those, it's a rabbit hole system, right? You, go to one page, look up one thing.
I'm sure there's plenty of people that do that. Yeah, you start on one page, you're looking at, a movie, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to read about the actor.
Uh-huh.
And then you end up on, something that they did. And then suddenly you're, looking at, astrophysics and, the nucleus of a cell.
I've literally done it. I've literally done
You're
it.
like, how did I get here from looking at a Wikipedia for...
Yeah, a movie I was looking at the
Something.
plot summary of, and now I'm suddenly like majoring in like, yeah, astrophysics. It's bizarre, but it happens, and it's fun to like find your way through like historical documents and scientific like papers and stuff. So I'm glad that Random Encounters is a little the same way. It's
Absolutely.
intentional.
Speaking of headcanons that we may or may not have, jumping back 2 topics, Jennifer Smith wants to know, how did the beard become a bomb disposal agent?
He took the certifications, obviously.
He walked in. He's hired.
Yeah, sometimes
He's friends with Hotshot.
I do feel like that's how the beard works a little bit. Is just kind of, you know,
Right place, right time.
he wanders into places and maybe he gets a job, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't work there, but he just takes the walkie-talkie. Maybe Hotshot thinks he works there.
I mean, to be fair, when I ever had to go on a lunch break, I didn't exactly question whoever came in after me to be like, do you work here? It's like, you're here, you're in the uniform, it's your turn. There you go. Like, leather jackets are the uniform.
Maybe
the beard
it's
has one.
Maybe it's his company. Maybe he started it.
Oh.
The beard runs the bomb.
Everybody else works for him.
Hey, I like that. Maybe.
I like it too.
Okay. What other questions do we have from the chat before we do more comments?
How long did it take to pull off the bottle flip shot?
Too many times. I mean, time-wise, it was probably 20 minutes. Does that sound right?
That sounds about right, yeah.
So how many times can you flip a bottle in 20 minutes? It's about that many times. To be fair, we had to reset the music each time.
Yep.
It's a lot more complicated than just pick it up and do it again and pick it up and do
Yeah.
it again.
And I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, there was one time that the bottle flip was correct, but he forgot to sing.
Yeah, he got the bottle flip like perfectly on one of them, but didn't sing.
Yeah. And also, to be fair, that one we did eventually get perfectly. The bottle flipped, he sang the correct words, everything was great. There was one of his stunts that we never got.
It was one that looks like this.
Ta-da!
We could not get that one to ever work quite the way we wanted. And it's partly because there's also a camera move involved.
Yeah.
So that one, we actually, our intern at the time, Will, took care of a visual effect for that to combine 2 of his takes to get a good performance, a good camera move, and a good throw. It was not easy, but we made it happen.
Yep. Beautiful special effects.
Oh, I just realized I've been like covering the basket with my hand when I do some of these. So I really need to like be tossing them like, oof, and then like, get out of the way. Ah!
Did the rookie ever have a name? It
No.
says Super Solver.
No. It's rookie.
Never.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if in the very first draft of like the script, if we ever gave them names other than Agent Hotshot and Rookie.
I don't think so. I never remember Rookie having a name.
I don't know. The Patreon trading cards that we give out to some of our Patreon people, those are both characters in them, and they are Agent Hotshot and Rookie on those. So, but yeah, sometimes we do give them names that aren't like used or used a lot, like Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia, obviously, the characters had names.
Yeah.
Sam, Dean, and Joe.
Yeah. So sometimes it's a thing, and sometimes it isn't.
Yeah, I don't think I
And
ever
Sam
remember.
and Dean's friend Noah Walker, obviously.
Yeah. I
All
feel
those
like
episodes of Supernatural with Noah Walker in them.
there's somebody Walker.
Is there?
Oh, it's been too long since I watched the
Texas
show.
Ranger.
There's somebody.
It was played by Chuck
Not
Norris.
as good as the one that we encountered when we played it on replayed. Thomas.
Thomas. Man, Thomas. Phasmophobia. I love that they have the custom name generator stuff in there, but it is like
They shouldn't have put the first names for
yeah,
last
it
names.
needs to like take out when they use one of the names, so you can't have the same name twice. Thomas.
How long did it take for you to shoot this entire musical from that one firefighter girl? We filmed this one over 3 days, I want to say, because I'm pretty sure all the rookie stuff in the alley was filmed on one day.
Right.
All of the hotshot stuff in the office was filmed on a second day,
Yes.
and then we had a very, very short third day with all of
Yes.
Sir Captain's stuff.
That's true. Yeah. So Sir Captain only shows up on the third day. You had 2 of the 3 days, and Kevin's character Agent Hotshot only has 1 day he had to be on set.
I still say the hardest day, though, was Hotshot's day because of all of the stunts, and
Yeah.
he carries most of the song, and, like...
Yeah, his words are even more difficult. You
Yeah.
don't have any of the really tricky parts of the song.
Yeah, honestly, for a lot of mine, there was really only playback for like half my day, and the rest of it was just like, how quickly can you do this motion?
Look
And
confused. Touch the thing. Turn that
turn
dial.
the switch, flip the box
Yeah.
over. And like I know there was some comments that I don't think we pulled about how kind of rough I was treating the bomb, and you were like, girl, it's explosive, stop like throwing it around, stop slamming it on tables. And I was like, so much of that shoot was do this as quickly as you can because it all has to fit into the song. So I was just like throwing things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But definitely Hot Shots Day was the hardest. I'm gonna send us back to this because I'm literally skipping questions in here that are related,
in here.
either
Gotcha.
related
we have to
to
get
or
more
in
of
there.
these comments because you guys are asking the same things. We're on what, number 4?
That's right.
Yes, that's right. Number 4 was from Yona. Me. You can't make a good and catchy song from a game that has no characters and no story. RE. Observe.
I feel like this is our specialty at this point, is taking games that you would never expect to be able to be turned into a story or something like that and being like, no, hang on. We got this.
I mean, it gives you more free will.
It does.
Like, as opposed to making a musical based on a game that has an in-depth or deep or convoluted story, people watching expect you to, you have to hit this plot point, you have to hit this plot point, you have to reference this, you have to reference that.
Yeah.
You need to have this character, you need to have that character. When it's literally just a bomb disposal game with no characters or anything, you're like, we can invent whoever we want to be these people.
Yeah. I appreciate comments like this. It feels good to know that people recognize that there's an inherent challenge in inventing a bunch of things but feeling faithful to the game that you're still technically making. And it has become a point of pride for us, I think, to take games like Tetris or Fruit Ninja or things like that don't have a ton of story behind them, and Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is definitely one of them, and then inventing some and putting a world around it and going, what if you were trying to make this like a full-blown like story, but it has all the mechanics from the game, fitting in there. So yeah, we had fun doing it, and I'm sure we're going to do it again at some point, and we're going to feel daunted when we start and go, there's nothing in this game. It's literally just like poke the thing over and over, or like do this one puzzle a million times.
I feel like we did it really well with Fruit Ninja too, though, where we were like, there is a feeling that the game gives you, and we want to give you that feeling. For this one, it was this very frenetic, like, instructions being passed back and forth, and like, keep the beat up, and like, go as fast as you can, and that kind of thing. And I think I saw some comments that said that yes, we absolutely captured that feeling. And Fruit Ninja was the same way, where it was like, all right, we want to have this like silly air, and also this like, oh, how quickly can you get the things?
Yeah,
and like that
it's
kind of
got to be
feeling.
more than just cutting the fruit, and it's got to be more than just solving puzzles.
Yeah.
It's got to be, but who are the people doing it? Why are they doing it? What is possessing these people to go spend like 5 minutes singing a song while they do these stupid things? And once you put those details together, yeah, it gets a lot more fun. So it's a fun challenge. It's a good challenge. Oh, I thought it was an orange one. I was going to go in because it looked like a basketball.
This comment is from an ancient one.
What?
An ancient one.
Number 3 from Cthulhu Ftagan.
Uh-oh.
Sorry if I pronounced your name
You might
wrong.
need to say this in a different language. Like, use your foreign,
And yes,
entity
my
tongues.
eldritch
Yes.
tongue. I want to know who had more fun, AJ writing the song and throwing in random nonsense, or Gwen trying to find a way to make all of that make sense on a box covered in tinfoil.
All right, let's compare notes now.
I don't know. How fun would you say the lyrics were on this? Like, out of 10?
They were pretty dang fun. It's amazing when you have the freedom just to be like, make up nonsense, make it like almost gibberish, but it has to just like rhyme in certain spots. Mm-hmm. I do remember having a false start on it where we were making, like, you get it at the beginning. She's like, it's a silver or metal plated box, 60 centimeters long.
Yeah.
And being like, that's too boring. We can't keep up with that. So I feel like that was the first misstep, and that was going to be a lot less fun when I started writing the song, more that direction of being like, describe all the details of it.
Yeah.
It was once we just went off the rails, it got super fun.
It's true.
So
no other song do you get to include things like Raff and Donatello. Like,
yeah, I would say it was like 85% fun. There was like 10 to 15% at the beginning where I was fumbling with it, and as soon as I just got over that hump, then it was nothing. It was like a slip and slide, man. We went off the rails.
I feel like it helps that we obviously invented almost all of the things that are on the bomb. Like, the real game has, like Morse code and tuning things, and it doesn't have Scrabble letters and a Sunday's paper and a CAPTCHA code and the seeing eye puzzle. Like, you just kind of like, this is weird. Let's include that.
It's called a magic eye puzzle.
A seeing eye puzzle. Yes.
That you need to go get a seeing eye
Magic
dog
eye. That's
for.
right. They're magic eyes.
Yeah, and there was a question in the chat about which came first, the lyrics or the bomb. The lyrics very, very much came first because I just remember AJ coming down with the lyrics and like handing me a stack of like 3 pages and was like, okay, now make a bomb that can do all these things.
It was even a little bit extra complicated, I'm pretty sure, because I think there are certain moments where he says things like, flip this over, or like, and so that started dictating how and where on the bomb they had to go.
So there was this massive, like, planning puzzle thing where I'm like, okay, so I have to have all of these components on the bomb, and I also have to make sure that this one is on the opposite side from this one, but this one can't be next to this one because it has to
Go over to the whatever and flip it to the corner and
there was a ton of time that I spent like looking at images from the game and being like, okay, what is the shape of the bomb, what does it look like, where do batteries usually sit, like things like that. And those were very easy decisions to make of like, okay, I just copy this. And then there literally was this like flow chart of like, okay, what can go where and how much space do I have,
down to if the tango's in the middle and the Zelda's to the port and things like that.
And it actually, every time I watch the musical, I remember I had intended to put those in the opposite order.
I think you did, yeah.
Because obviously you can watch me and I go from the outside of the bomb to the inside when I'm like Echo Tango Bravo. Echo Tango Bravo. And I had meant for it to be like Echo Tango Bravo, but then it was like, but the one of them has to be to the port, and I'm like, oh no, so I can't do it like the normal way.
Configuring them based on the lyrics.
Yeah.
Took some extra time, and I don't remember if there's anything we had to go back and specifically undo about the bomb by the time
I don't think so. I think I managed it.
It's pretty meticulous. It was a hard one though. Good job.
Yeah. I think AJ probably had more fun, but that is not to say that I did not have fun, because also the guys left for E3 while I was building the bomb, and I had the whole house to myself while I totally messed up everything. No, darn it.
Right, the important question though is, what cereal did you use?
It was a Cheerios box.
Okay.
Disappointing.
Ooh. Well, because nobody wants to eat Cheerios.
Right?
You have to
I
waste
guess
a bad
okay,
cereal.
that's fair.
Well, Cheerios aren't bad.
You can obviously take the cereal out of the bomb. You don't have to leave it. And I assume it was just a box.
I did. I took the Cheerios out, I ate them, and I made the box into the
ate
bomb.
the Cheerios?
Yes, you left me alone for the weekend, and I ate Cheerios.
She doesn't know how to get food. She just eat the Cheerios.
It was all I ate for 3 days.
Am I the only one that likes Cheerios for real?
I don't hate Cheerios, but if I'm going to go buy cereal, I'm not going to buy... I'm going to be like, if I'm going to buy cereal, I'm going to buy some Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
What is a Cheerio other than an Oreo O that has been tainted? That's basically what a Cheerio is.
It's had a
tainted Oreo.
It's been de-chocolatized.
Yeah, I'm like, why would I ever get a Cheerio when Oreo O's are a thing?
Oh, no.
Wow, not a good throw.
That was awful.
It was awful. Hey, make one for me.
Fine.
Do it. Make me look good. No, you can't make me look good. No one can do that. I thought he was gonna help you. Oh, I tried to alley-oop
Too
for you.
far away.
Number 2 from Grim. Yellow is in the middle. Raph and Donatello. Chuckles. I'm in danger.
You have to say it more like Ralph Wiggum.
I'm in danger.
That's like Captain
Toad. He's not really nasal. He's just like... I can't do it. Never mind.
All right, well, we all know the meme at least.
We all do danger. There you go. That's better. This one made me laugh so hard, so I'm really glad that AJ chose this comment.
Yeah, I like it. Every time somebody finds a meme based on, or something they can meme out of one of our videos. I don't know. I just like memes a lot. What can I say?
Memes.
Yeah.
Memes. Random Encounters memes are like my favorite, but I don't see enough of them.
And it does suddenly make me remember. The line is kill off Raph and Donatello, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just now imagining it being the Ninja Turtles being like...
Uncowabunga, dude!
I mean, to be fair, they're killing off the 2 worst Ninja Turtles.
Touche. That's fair.
She likes Raph. I'm a Michelangelo person.
I can't like Raphael now that he apparently got to be the leader of the Ninja Turtles and the rise of the TMNT. I'm like, what is that? You can't do that.
The whole point of Raphael is that he does not obey orders, and he's very fun. If he's giving the orders, it ruins everything.
By the way, Gracie Lujan, you get a slam dunk. Boom! That did go in, right?
Yes, it was.
Suddenly I was like, all right, I think I'm all out of the ones. No, there is one more with a name. Sarah T. You're going to get a genuine shot, Sarah T. Oh, I'm sorry. I failed
have
you.
to pick up
Ruined your
this
memory.
mess. All these.
So Bella the Gamer says, Gwen, you mentioned something about how your sister was telling you to shut up about the bomb in public. Yes. So my sister and I go to lunch once a week. And I remember very distinctly her being like, so what are you doing today? And we're like sitting at like a Panera or something. And I was like, oh, I have to build a bomb later. And she's like, don't say that out loud.
Good thing we're not in an airport. Yeah. Wow, that's terrible.
This has just been one big collection of us missing shots.
It has been. That is,
so you've learned from the experience.
I have learned. I tried to phrase things like, I have to build a fake bomb later. I have to build a fake bomb for our photo shoot later. Like things like that.
People still get a little weirded out.
They do, but honestly, one of my favorite things is weirding people out about our job.
We told the people at church that we killed and
Oh
shot
my
people.
gosh, we
and
did.
They wished us well with burying the corpses when we left.
Yes.
That was interesting. Now I'm like, they do understand what we do, right? Or are they
I
just
hope
like,
so. Because
they're coming
otherwise,
to church because they killed all these people and need forgiveness?
there's some lady wandering around that thinks that I actually stabbed someone with a fork.
Izzy, what are forks for if not to stab people?
Right? Like,
No.
they're designed to be like handheld and quick. You can hide them easily.
No, oh my gosh, we're giving so much bad advice on this stream.
All right.
Don't hand bombs to your supervisor. Don't stab people with
That was
forks.
some of the advice we gave, was don't give supervisors explosives. Do we have other questions in there that we want to hit before I jump into our number one comment today?
We're so close to the end of the hour.
Yeah, but we started just a little bit late.
We did.
Just a little bit. But we do have a lot, like I said, we have filming to do, and we haven't had lunch yet, and I have some important emails I didn't actually take care of for the last, 3 days. That's been on my to-do. I know. I feel really guilty about, some of those emails I have not been answering.
Quentin YT Personal wants to know what your favorite part of making the musical or song or anything else was. Does anything stand out as the favorite part?
The favorite, it's like the filming. But the fact is, when you're playing pretend, and you're you dress up in costumes, and you have a script that you're supposed to stay on, but getting to do the performance of the song is the most fun part in my opinion. Because you're there, you're, like I said, you're dressed up, you're on a set that looks a certain way, you get in the spirit of it. That to me is the most fun part. Am I wrong, or is that...
No, it is. There's...
Okay.
all the prep work and stuff is just okay, can I make sure this lines up correctly? Obviously you get to do things like turn Cheerio boxes into fake bombs. But,
Sure.
It is still kind of just a mental load of prepping for something else. And then if you do it right, I always feel like there's just kind of this domino feeling where you've set up all the dominoes correctly and then you get to go film and play pretend and all the dominoes just fall into the correct place because the costumes are right, the props are right, the sets are right, everything works together and makes that part really fun, really easy, really smooth.
It's weird because I feel like I used to have that experience more, and unfortunately filming has gotten more and more stressful over the years, partly because we've set a higher bar for ourselves.
Yes.
So you feel like you have to clear things a little bit better. You can't just, throw it together and jump in there and be like, the song is what you're here for, right? We all know it's fake. We're just playing pretend. Now it feels like you're competing with people like Netflix doing their version of or these professional studios doing these video game movies. And you feel like you have to live up to that on YouTube because everybody can do visual effects now and everybody can, put together a song. So it's gotten just higher pressure. And it's sad, and this project is a good example of one that I can look back at and go no, it was genuinely just low-stress fun on set. We actually knew it was just going to be an easy-peasy little fun project where we try some wacky things and sing a silly song. So I kind of miss that atmosphere a little bit.
Yeah.
Fruit Ninja was like that too, though. It's weird. I'm keep drawing parallels to them, except Fruit Ninja's not successful, and keep talking.
AJ was very
successful.
sore after Fruit Ninja.
It's true, but it was still a lot of fun. So there are definitely projects that just you end up putting a lot more into, and you spend a lot more time being scared of how they're going to turn out. I don't feel like we were ever scared of how Keep Talking Nobody Explodes was going to turn out.
I don't think so.
We were like, this is just going to be fun. It's going to be silly, and it's going to be great.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it was. What do we got?
I got the number one comment here. Are you guys ready for it?
Yeah.
All right. Razor Blades is... I want to know how many chocolate puddings that guy ate, and I want to know now. How many chocolate puddings do you think Agent Hotshot 8 sitting there.
This is very like.
I feel like we only bought like a 6-pack of pudding, and I don't think
Yeah.
he ate them all because I'm pretty sure I ate some like the day after.
I wasn't sure if we were talking about the actor or his character.
Oh.
Because this is a very different answer. Like, yeah, on set, he only had like one, maybe two.
I feel like it was only one because I don't think we needed.
Uh-huh.
He didn't need to eat much of it like on camera.
No,
he
it
just kind of
wasn't-
waved the spoon around.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he had a much easier time with that shot than, say, the water bottle flip or anything. So it's like he
Yeah.
didn't have to do anything super special for that angle. But the character, this is what I'm struggling with. Harkening back to Cute Mitten, sorry, not Cute Mittens.
It was
Who?
on the last one.
Yes, whoever it was, whoever you were, Pink Panther Kips. The comment about how many things he did in the span of 3 minutes. Suddenly I'm like, that probably wasn't his first pudding cup. How many pudding cups did that guy
Couldn't
eat?
have had that many. He was going for lunch.
He was still hungry. But I'm
It was
like,
his snack.
yeah, maybe it was only one, but I'm like, he probably could have finished like 12 of them, to be honest, if he wanted
That's a
to.
lot of pudding.
He also, though, has to sing a lot, so he doesn't have much time. You're really talking about if he's actually eating them, he needs to be like all the sections where he's not singing.
I don't know how to tell you this, but there's a Guinness Book of World Records for most pudding cups eaten in 3 minutes.
And what is it?
The most.
Wait, take a guess in the chat. Wait, you're gonna look it up. Don't cheat.
It's
Don't cheat, just
technically
guess.
not by cups. It is by pounds.
Pounds or kilograms? Do we have it in kilograms?
Pounds and kilograms.
Okay, give us.
So-
make sure you mention what number, like in pounds or in kilograms. Don't look it up. I'll be disappointed in you. Don't make me ashamed of you.
So we're gonna wait
Take
for
a
them to
guess.
guess.
Take a guess. I'll take a guess too. Like, and I'm not gonna. I know, like your screen was open. I didn't see what it was. Neat. What do you think?
A lot of pudding, probably.
How much pudding can
In
somebody
3
eat
minutes.
in
How
3
much pudding
minutes?
can you eat in 3 minutes?
I'm like, I don't even know what like a pound of pudding would look
It's
like.
true. I need to know like what a pudding cup has.
Yeah,
in it.
and like, so it's probably like a quarter of a pound, not even. How much pudding in a cup that size? I'm gonna guess that it takes like, it's probably like
I
8
think
of those
Gwen's trying to
cups.
figure out a pudding cup.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like 8 cups or something, maybe 10 cups of pudding equal a pound. So, how many of those could somebody eat in 3 minutes? Like 30 of them?
I can't find it easily enough.
All right.
Pudding cups are apparently varying sizes.
Oh my gosh, let me.
Well.
All right, we have guesses of 44 kilograms, 40 pounds, 8 pounds, 12 pounds, 100 pounds, 60 pounds, 10 pounds,
100
2.5
pounds
pounds.
of pudding
In 3 minutes. There's some faith here going on. 2 kilograms, 50 pounds.
You guys really believe in whoever
I was
set this
gonna
world
say,
record.
Let's look at the Jello snack
10
pack.
kilograms, 47 pounds, 43 pounds,
We had when we go
70
put it on
pounds,
the male
32
scale.
pounds.
So this
scale.
pudding snack pack says it's 4 3.25 ounce cups. So 3.25 ounces
Ounces.
in a cup.
And how many ounces?
16
in a cup?
ounces
16 ounces is a pound.
So they are a little less than a quarter of a pound each. I just heard.
3
16 ounces. I try, but I might be able to.
All right, reveal the pudding answer.
All right, Molly Schuyler is the record holder. She's an American woman, and she
She would be.
ate 12 pounds of pudding in 3
12
minutes.
pounds of pudding?
I was right on
How
my
many
second
kilograms?
guess.
5.44 kilograms.
5.44 kilograms, huh?
No, somebody needs to beat that
Oh, no.
record with the 47 pounds that I said. Yikes.
Wow, we've all learned something today. Regardless, I don't think Agent Hotshot had that much.
No.
I don't think so. No.
All right, so we have one bonus comment that we pulled.
This bonus comment is from Sir Turtle Guy, actually.
Aww.
When you try using your friend's shower,
Oh, this is what that is? That's the feeling?
you have to be guided through it. This is like the, oh man, the shower at
The last hotel we
the
were
last
at?
hotel we were at. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Well, yeah. The last hotel, it was like, you had to like turn the knob, but then you had to like rotate it like twice to get the water to be hot enough. I'm like, what am I? I'm like, am I
Yeah.
just taking a cold shower? Am I just biting the bullet here and just gonna take a cold
Yeah,
shower?
it was weird because I feel like they had a second knob as well, and it was
Yeah.
like, don't touch that one unless you want to like change between those.
I was
But it
like, what does this one
pull
do?
it out, then rotate it this, and make sure that one is like turned the opposite way to be like set to shower mode. I was like, what is happening?
It's like, why do they make showers so weird and complicated? Because it's that hard to have 2 knobs.
One
And
hot, one cold.
one hot and one cold. Either they're labeled with the word hot and cold, or one has like a little red dot near it, and one has a little blue dot near it. And then you usually have like a little knob or a button that you switch to go from bath to shower.
Yeah.
Is
Is
this
it
how your
that
shower
hard?
works? Because it's not how our shower works.
Yeah, my shower is basically like that.
2 knobs and
It's got 2 knobs.
Ours does not.
ours only has 1.
It's
Oh,
funny.
mine
We've never
doesn't.
creeped around Nate's shower apparently, but yeah,
No,
we
mine has-
have the one, and you like pull it out from the wall a little bit to like start, and then as you rotate it, it starts at cold, right? Tap cold or whatever, and as you like rotate it counterclockwise.
Oh,
it
you're
gets
right. Mine
warmer.
does have that.
Okay.
I was gonna be like, how do we live in the
I
same
don't
house
even
with
remember
different
what
Nate doesn't
showers?
shower very often.
For some reason, my brain was like picturing the tub at like my parents' house.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I haven't
Yeah.
seen one of those except on sinks in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
no,
so,
you're right.
like,
Yeah, it
everyone knows
does
how to use
have.
those too.
It has one knob that you turn, and it gets hotter as you go.
But I love that this is like a common experience for everybody, that you go to a friend's house or a hotel or anywhere else and you try to take a shower and you're like, how does this turn on? Why are showers not standardized?
Right?
Why in the world are we like, you know what, faucets, they can all be the same.
You could-
Showers,
I want to reinvent the shower system where it's like a slider, and like you slide the little slider to get like hotter or colder. So it's like a tuning kind of thing, like
That sounds like it would be electronic,
it would be.
which you don't want in a shower.
Although, couldn't you make that analog where it's like as it moves this way, it like tips the knob for you inside? Like I could make one over.
I
the
mean, you
front
could
of
also
ours.
make like waterproof. I'm sure because they make like waterproof shower TVs. And
It's
stuff
true, you
like
can do that now.
That's true.
yeah.
Anyway,
There you go. Good bonus comment too. And I hope it
Showers.
is relatable for you guys as well.
they're like, I don't shower.
I mean, baths are cool too. Deodorant, lots
Baths-
of deodorant.
Baths,
Very conventional.
baths gross me out.
They're kind of weird. Yeah.
Like-
it's like I feel like a lobster being cooked.
Well,
weird.
that's like a hot tub. A hot tub is like I just sit in the heat and boil. A bathtub is like I rub all the scum off of me and then sit in it and
Tell us how much scum you actually
marinate
have.
in my own like gross bodily gunk.
We have learned more about Nate and his bathing than we needed to know today.
I mean, if
That's
you're taking a
bodily
shower,
gunk.
then you probably are cleaning yourself for a reason.
Bodily
I'm
gunk.
sure other people agree that showers somehow feel both
More
more
refreshing.
efficient and more refreshing.
Yes, all the dead
than-
skin and all the whatever you get
It just
goes
goes
down
away.
the drain, as opposed to like I'm gonna sit in it for like 30 minutes.
I mean, it's true. If somebody offered, like, would you like me to collect it and just, like, keep it in a bottle for you so you can, like,
Yeah.
fill a tub and sit in it later? I'd be like, no, get rid of it.
Like,
What
I
are
can
you doing?
understand taking a bath if you're like, I'm just gonna sit in here and like soak. It's like a hot tub.
How does it feel though, knowing that literally the phrase "throw the baby out with the bathwater" came from the fact that families used to all bathe in the same water?
Yeah, that's pretty horrifying.
So like, and it
Yeah,
started with
that's
like the
not
oldest
okay.
members of the household got to use it first, and
Not
then
okay.
baby was always the last one.
Well, baby's probably soiled itself the most, other than
Or
maybe
grandpa.
grandma. So it's like the oldest person or the youngest person should probably go last, actually.
All right, I see people asking for a poll, so we're gonna do one last poll: shower or bath?
Sure, let's do it. I can't imagine. I think I know where this is going already, is what I'm saying. Do we have any other questions in the chat, too? Because, I mean, we ended with our comments from here, but I want to give them one last chance to
Let
pop
me
a question in, too.
see if
To
there's.
pop the question.
Yes.
Pop
I
the
need-
question. I'm
does anybody-
available. I'm
No,
not
you're
available.
not.
I'm wearing a ring right now.
Sir!
I lied. I'm also a liar.
I'm right here.
Yes,
My wife says
yes,
no,
you
I'm not
are.
available anymore. Sorry, it was a very limited time offer for exactly like half a second.
I'm sorry. I should have had this discussion with you earlier, but I really like monogamy. Okay, I really like it.
I like it too. It's good. Oh, you made one.
I made like 3.
Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention. I don't
They're
pay
just not
attention.
backwards though.
I'm not seeing any comments that we haven't kind of hit. So if you have a comment that you feel like has not been touched, leave it for me again so that I can see it more easily.
I've got a piece of trivia for them. How about that? I'll kill a little bit of time. Here's a funny thing. That song, the music for this musical, was actually around for probably 2, maybe 3 years before we made it. And it was originally intended to be a kind of rap, like diss track kind of thing, or rap battle between Tracer from Overwatch and the Scout from Team Fortress 2. Which, like, there's like 100 of those on the internet, so it's a good thing we didn't do
Yes,
it.
that's like a thing now.
Yeah, like everybody does that now. But we had Peter and I back in the day had discussed when Overwatch launched doing some like TF2 Overwatch crossover stuff. And that song was actually composed back then, and we thought we were going to use it. In fact, for ages, that piece of music in the background was listed as like Scout rap or Scout song or something like that. And obviously we eventually did make a Scout song, but it was Medics Don't Heal Scouts, and it's nothing like that. And so we just kept that music sitting around being like, well, it didn't make sense to use for the Medic and Scout song. What are we going to do with it? So it sat there never getting used. And eventually when we were doing Keep Talking, I pulled up the file again. I was like, I wonder what else we could do with this. So the most important thing we did do is we sped it up a lot. And then it became really apparent that like adding a little bit of a music like for like a chorus section like da 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 was gonna be like a huge boost to the whole song too.
Yeah.
So making those two changes and suddenly we had a Keep Talking song. There you go, the history of it. Right there.
Littlest Rose wants to know, what did you mean by add them all to pi? Like add each individual integer to them, or as one large number added to pi? Like how much math are we doing here? I'm gonna hope it's one large number plus pi.
Some of the digits on the back power code.
Add them all to pi and multiply by 4 to find your something.
All right, so the order of operations that I believe we're talking about is you add those digits to pi, and then whatever that is, that's what you multiply.
So like one large number.
Yes.
Plus pi.
Yes. You need to
and
combine
then multiply
all
by
of
4.
that, and then multiply it.
That is a very long code.
It's yeah. You were busy. He kept you really busy. All right, you had to work very quickly, but Rookie did it obviously, or did she? Because now I'm like, how many of these things were just to find out which kind of bomb for the next step? Because that's the thing. If you've played or watched us play, Keep Talking Nobody Explodes. Half the steps you do are not actually to stop the bomb from blowing up. They're to find out what bomb you're working with, so you know which steps to take on the other puzzles. So something like that one, that had to do with the power node and stuff. It probably was just determining what kind of bomb you're using.
I thought that was the code that I was using to unlock the Sudoku puzzle?
I was just trying to... You also fried the override.
You're right,
at some point, and maybe the override was an important part of this. I don't know.
I don't know.
We're going to let you guys decide. Did we ever find out who the showers versus baths?
85% of people think showers.
I think the important thing we're missing here is that she did all that math on pen and paper instead of using a calculator.
Sure did.
Even though there was one taped to the front of the bomb.
It was used to something else.
Also, like, my bomb disposal kit was like a newspaper and a pad and pen. Like,
it wasn't very good.
It was terrible.
I assume the newspaper came
and
with
wire
the bomb.
cutters?
Like, it's not seen in the video, but like you open a panel in the newspaper.
I'm gonna leave this newspaper right here.
Sunday's
Mom,
paper, is
so
it?
you know which crossword to do.
What a strange twist of fate. I just assumed she picked it up out of the garbage in the alley because there's enough like torn up newspaper and stuff.
But like,
what was the wrong Sunday
if
paper?
you had, if this was in the game and you had the bomb disposal manual, it would be like about newspapers, and it'd be like open the side panel. Like, otherwise, you don't have the correct Sunday's papers.
Okay, that's fair.
Tough call.
I think this is going to be our last question,
Okay.
unless something jumps out at me later. But James Michael wants to know, do you think Hotshot defuses bombs while in the shower?
I don't think about what he does in the shower. No. I think he eats 12 pudding cups in the shower. I think he builds card towers in the shower. I think he reads National Geographic in the shower. I think he plays finger football in the shower. I think he draws doodles in the shower. I think he plays basketball in the shower. I think he does water bottle flips in the shower. I do not think he defuses bombs in the shower, though. How else is he going to get so good at, like, making these baskets?
You're going to fall out of your chair.
Well, now I know you don't do them.
You're right, I know. I sing in the shower, but I do those other things.
All right.
Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll ask him. I'll ask him. Next time I see him, we'll ask Kevin, the actor.
Not report back.
We'll be like, Kevin, have you ever defused a bomb in the shower?
I think we should say, Kevin,
us.
what do you think Agent Hotshot does in the shower?
It's true.
That's fair. Maybe. We'll see. Guys, thank you for joining us today. Hope you had a good time. Please hit the like button. Let YouTube know we showed up. We answered some really fun comments, and you guys had a lot of good questions as well. We didn't make a single basket, I feel like, actually backwards.
I think the third one I made at the beginning might have gone in.
Okay, well, then that deserves a like.
Watch that replay.
We'll take a look at it later. Yeah, if you want to buy Random Encounters merch, I'm wearing some today. This is only available for our 10-year anniversary.
This is not currently available, but an updated version of this is kind of available.
That's
so
true.
if
It's
you
got
want
the
to be
beard
repping
on
our
it now.
logo,
Yeah,
you can do it.
We're well past overdue for adding the beard on our RE logo shirts. So
Yes.
that's available now too. But again, some of them are only there for a limited time, so get them while you can. They're going to go away at our next birthday, which is fast approaching.
I know. Where did 2021 go?
I've started thinking about that.
It's
I'm like,
2021. I'm still stuck in like 2020.
I know. But yeah, there's only so many projects left before our next birthday and we turn 11.
I know.
Is that crazy to be like, I can like count them and I know exactly what some of them are already. So it's weird to be like, I only have this many to figure out still before we like pass another year. It's so fast.
Yep.
I was gonna say, speaking of our next project, it comes out this Friday
This
on
Friday.
Random Encounters.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
based on the game 12 Minutes, if you didn't know that already.
They're going to piece it together now.
That's right.
I know Kevin's in it and it's based on the game 12 Minutes.
But it is out this Friday at noon. Be there or be square. Tell your friends to be there or be square. Come join us.
Tell your friends
Have
they're
a-
squares. Don't do that. They're cool, I'm sure. If they're anything like you guys, they're cool.
There will, of course, be a premiere. AJ's usually at the premiere, so you can hang out. I'll be in the comments later that day answering questions and just hearting things that are cool. So come show up, hang out with us on Friday, and then we will, of course, be playing 12 Minutes right here.
We will.
On Replayed.
A couple hours later at 5.
Absolutely.
Live at 5
So-
Pacific time.
Plenty of opportunities to hang out with us this week, and we can't wait to.
I say
So-
Patreon people can hang out with me right after the musical premiere too. I usually jump into the Discord for Patreon encounters and I talk with them for about an hour.
That's right.
Which I have to come up with some clever questions for them. We usually do a question where everybody has to answer it. So, anything else we have to? I don't think so. I think
I don't
we
think
covered
so.
it all.
We have to go eat lunch and
Do
then
what we're playing.
do some filming things, probably.
Lunch sounds great. I'm all about it. Let's go get some lunch, guys. Thank you
Pudding
again for
cups.
joining us.
Pudding cups!
Pudding cups are everywhere.
12 pounds!
12 pounds. I lost my appetite. No more lunch for me.
What do you know?
Thanks
Not
again,
hungry.
guys. We'll catch you next time. Beard salute. Woo!